Pain has a way of making you feel small. It creeps into your chest like a weight you can't lift, filling your mind with 1,000 questions you can't answer. You wake up in the morning and the sun might be shining, but it doesn't feel warm. People see you walking, talking, maybe even smiling, but inside, you're fighting a battle nobody knows about. It's easy to believe that pain is the enemy, that it's here to break you, to take pieces of you until there's nothing left. But the truth, the brutal, liberating truth, is that pain can be the sharpest tool in your transformation if you let it. The same fire that burns you can forge you into something unshakable. Maybe for you, it started with heartbreak, the kind that leaves you staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering how someone who promised to love you could disappear. Or maybe it was failure, a dream you gave everything to, only to watch it crumble in your hands. For others, it's betrayal, loss, rejection. Life has 1,000 ways to hurt you, and somehow, it always finds a way. But here's what no one tells you. Pain is not just the thing that happens to you. It's the thing that can happen for you. That wound you carry? That's not just a scar waiting to fade. It's proof you survived. Proof you were strong enough to walk through fire. And if you're still here, breathing, it means there's something inside you that refused to quit. Right now, you might be in the middle of it. You might be thinking, easy for you to say, you're not feeling what I'm feeling. And you're right, I don't know your exact story. But I do know this. There are people walking this earth today who were once convinced their pain would end them. And now, they're unstoppable. Not in spite of the pain, but because of it. The thing about pain is it demands attention. You can't ignore it forever. You can numb it, distract yourself, pretend you're fine, but it always finds a way to whisper, deal with me. And when you finally face it, when you look it in the eye instead of running from it, something shifts. You start realizing pain doesn't just leave marks, it leaves messages. It teaches you about your limits and how much further you can actually go. Think of every great comeback story you've ever heard. Every world champion, every groundbreaking entrepreneur, every person who's changed the world. You'll notice a pattern. Almost all of them had to walk through hell before they found their power. They lost, they broke, they fell, but they didn't stay there. Turning pain into power isn't about pretending what happened didn't hurt. It's about using that hurt as fuel. It's about saying, yes, this broke me, but I'm going to rebuild stronger. It's about realizing your pain can either become a prison or a platform. You choose. So here's my challenge to you. Don't run from it. Don't drown it in distractions. Sit with it. Learn from it. Ask yourself, what is this pain here to teach me? How can I turn this into something that lifts me higher instead of pulling me under? Your story isn't over. In fact, the most powerful chapters are often written after the worst storms. The same pain that feels unbearable today might just be the reason you rise tomorrow. And when you do, when you've taken the thing that was meant to destroy you and turned it into your strength, you'll realize that pain was never your enemy. It was your training ground. When you understand that, you stop asking why me and start saying, watch me. Because every time life knocks you down, it's giving you a chance to stand up taller than before. And every scar you carry, that's not weakness. That's your crown. Your pain is powerful, and it's about to become the reason you are, too. ChatGPT said, pain changes you. It's not polite about it. It doesn't knock on the door and wait for you to let it in. It barges through, tears down the walls, and rearranges everything. You're not the same person after it comes. And that's the point. When life hits you hard, you have two options. Let it define you, or let it refine you. Most people don't even realize they have that choice. They think pain is a sentence, that if they're hurting, they have to stay hurting. But pain is actually a signal. It's your body, your mind, your soul saying, something needs to change. And that change, that's where your power begins. Think about the times you've grown the most. Were they during the easy, comfortable seasons? Or were they the moments you thought you'd never get through? Comfort makes you relax. Pain forces you to evolve. Every setback you've faced has been a test. Not a test to see if you'd avoid the pain, but a test to see if you could use it. To see if you'd let it make you bitter or make you better. Let me tell you something. The most dangerous person in the world is someone who has learned to use their pain. Why? Because you can't scare them anymore. You can't control them with fear. You can't stop them with rejection or failure because they've already been there and they know how to come back stronger. That's what you have the power to become. But it starts with perspective. Most people look at pain and see a wall. They see an obstacle they can't get past. But if you look closer, that wall is actually a doorway. And behind that doorway is a version of you that you haven't met yet. A version that's stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than the one standing here now. Here's the secret. You don't find that version of yourself when everything is perfect. You find it when everything is falling apart and you have no choice but to rebuild. So how do you start? Step 1. Stop asking for the old you back. The old you wasn't built to handle what's coming next. That's why life broke you in the first place, to make room for the person you're becoming. Step 2. Stop waiting for the pain to disappear before you take action. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting forever. Move forward while it hurts. That's how you turn pain into muscle. Step 3. Stop telling yourself this is the end. It's not. It's a plot twist. And the best stories always have one. Look, I know it's not easy. I know the nights are long and the days feel heavy. But here's the truth. Your pain isn't here to punish you. It's here to prepare you. The more you fight it, the longer you stay stuck. The more you embrace it, the faster you'll rise. Every wound can become a weapon. Every scar can become a story that inspires someone else. The thing you think disqualifies you might be the very thing that makes you a leader, but only if you decide to use it. You've got a fire in you. Maybe it's small right now, just a flicker. But pain is the oxygen that can turn it into a blaze. The question is, will you feed it, or will you let it die out? Because here's the truth nobody tells you. Pain can be your prison, or it can be your power. And the choice? It's yours. Pain is raw energy. And like any form of energy, it can destroy you or it can fuel you, depending on how you channel it. Most people let pain run wild inside their minds. They replay it over and over, letting it eat away at them. But the ones who rise, they take that same energy and direct it toward building something new. Think about it. A storm can flood your house and leave you homeless, or it can fill a dam that powers an entire city. The storm isn't the difference. The way you use it is. Your pain is the same. Maybe you've been betrayed. Maybe you've failed publicly. Maybe you've been rejected so hard it made you question your worth. I know it hurts. But I also know that the most powerful transformations happen when people stop asking, why me? And start asking, what now? What now? Puts you in control. It shifts you from victim to warrior. It tells life, you hit me, but I'm still moving. Here's a fact you need to understand. Your pain is proof that you're still in the fight. Numbness is the enemy. Pain means you still care, you still want more, you're still alive enough to feel. And if you're alive enough to feel, you're alive enough to fight. This is why champions are forged in adversity. Look at any person you admire, an athlete, an entrepreneur, an artist, a leader. They didn't get there because everything was easy. They got there because something nearly broke them, and they refused to stay broken. Refusal, that's the key. You can't control what happens to you, but you can refuse to let it define the rest of your life. You can refuse to carry the same identity that existed before the pain. Start rewriting your identity right now. Say it out loud. I am not what hurt me. I am not what I lost. I am not the worst thing that happened to me. I am what I choose to become next. Every time your mind starts replaying the pain, redirect it into action. Lift the weight. Make the call. Write the book. Build the business. Train until your weakness becomes your strength. This is how you transform pain into power, not by ignoring it, but by weaponizing it. You use the exact thing that was supposed to destroy you as the very reason you rise higher. Because one day, the same people who doubted you will look at you and wonder how you did it. And you'll know the truth. It wasn't despite the pain. It was because of it. Power is not something you're given. It's something you claim. And the bold truth is, pain is the perfect training ground for it. When you've been through enough hurt, you develop a kind of inner armor that can't be faked. You stop getting rattled by small things because you've already survived big things. The little inconveniences that stress other people out, you just smile, because you know what real problems feel like. This is one of pain's secret gifts, resilience. You don't just bounce back, you rise higher. You don't just heal, you get sharper. Every hardship you've been through has been secretly preparing you for the level you're about to step into. Think about the people who inspire you the most. They've got that unshakable calm. That, no matter what happens, I'll handle it vibe. That's not born in comfort, it's born in fire. And you've got your own fire. You've walked through it, maybe limped through it, but you're still here. And here's where the shift happens. When you start seeing your pain not as a curse, but as your competitive edge. It's your proof of survival. It's your evidence that you're not fragile. It's your reminder that you've already been through worse than what's in front of you right now. But here's the warning. You can't stay stuck in the chapter where you got hurt. Too many people keep rereading that page, hoping the ending will change. It won't. The only way forward is to write new chapters. And those chapters have to be written with purpose. Purpose is the ultimate transformation fuel. When you turn pain into power, you're not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it to show someone else, maybe someone younger, maybe someone going through the same thing, that it's possible, that they can make it too. This is bigger than you. Your strength could be the blueprint someone else desperately needs. Your scars could be the map that leads them out of their own darkness. So stop hiding the story. Start owning it. Share it. Live it loudly. Let people see that broken doesn't mean beaten. Let them see that suffering can be the start of something legendary. And the moment you fully embrace this, that's the moment pain loses its grip on you forever. Because now, it's not the thing that broke you. It's the thing that built you. Here's the truth you can't avoid. Life is not going to stop throwing challenges your way. There will always be another storm, another setback, another moment that tests your patience, your faith, your strength. But after everything you've been through, you have a choice. You can let the next hit knock you down for good, or you can stand there, stare it in the face, and say, I've survived worse. You're not stopping me. That's the mindset shift that changes everything. Pain can't destroy you unless you let it. Fear can't paralyze you unless you hand it the keys. Doubt can't win unless you choose to believe it. The power has always been yours. Pain just forced you to realize it. So here's your call to action. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop hoping someone will show up to rescue you. Stop thinking you need permission to rise. You've already been through the fire. You've already taken the hits. You've already carried the weight that would have crushed someone else. You're still here. That means you're already powerful. Now it's time to use it. If you want change, don't tiptoe into it. Run. If you want to build something great, don't ask if you're ready. Act like you are. If you want to inspire others, don't wait until your story feels neat and polished. Share it now, while it's still raw. Every scar you carry is proof that you can take damage and keep going. Every loss you've survived is proof that you can rebuild. Every moment you almost quit, but didn't is proof that you have the discipline to finish. Your pain has trained you for this exact moment. Now you take that power and aim it towards something that matters. Your career, your dreams, your relationships, your future. The same fire that almost burned you out can now fuel you to heights you never imagined. And when the next person looks at you and asks, how did you do it? You'll be able to say with full confidence, I turned my pain into power, and you can too. So go. No more excuses. No more delays. The clock is ticking. Turn that pain into the force that drives you, not the weight that holds you back. Start today. Start now. And never, ever let life convince you that you're anything less than unstoppable.